Notes from my November 2024 reading of a 2017 biography of members of the Kardashians. This is Monday for November 2024. These are my book and reading notes from my November 2024 reading of a biography on members of the Kardashian family. The Kardashians, An American Dream by Jerry Oppenheimer, 2017 St. Martin's Press edition hardcover, ISBN in the video description. I started the book on Friday, 1 November 2024 and finished the book on Monday, 4 November 2024, the same day I'm filming this. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. It is 313 pages. It took me 4 days. I read 120 pages Friday, 60 pages Saturday, 60 pages Sunday, and then 73 pages today, Monday. It was a public library copy on the shelves, pushing myself to read something I might not normally read. I have not ever followed the Kardashians. My sister is a very devout Kardashian person, or at least was back when like the Keeping Up with the Kardashians came out and stuff. I have not ever watched like a full episode of that, or I have not seen any tapes of these people or anything like that. But like my sister adores, or at least adored, Kim at some point in time. So I was like, here we go. So I know of them, but not their story. So I was like, you know what? Since it's the Kardashians, like more than one, I might actually learn something. I learned a lot. So yeah. Book notes including construction and design. We got ourselves another black and gold color scheme going on. I think this is like the third one of recent that I've covered. Be a book like and or reading notes. Or did book and or reading notes. All right. Okay. And then full text pages like this, like maybe medium font with like 1.25 spacing. Author name, Jerry Oppenheimer on the even pages, at the top, and then the Kardashians, the title, and then on the even page, or even odd pages. I had a fair amount of bookmarks, so we'll see how fast. There were, I can go, there's escapes, spaces, breaks and paragraphs. And then there were chapters as well as sections in the book. So like kind of an overarching theme, and then chapters within that. And they were just formatted pretty simply, like the number spelled out, and then the name of the title, and then there were the sections. And there was one section with pictures. The captions were a little lengthy. So, there we go. Reading notes. So I'm going to do my like typed up notes, and then I'll do the marked notes. Was the music video for Toxic / Womanizer by Britney Spears about the flight attendant / stewardess part of all this that happened in the 1970s. I was like reading it and I was like, you know, that's entirely possible. And I didn't know that about that music videos by Britney Spears. Wow, wouldn't that be something? I really learned something. But if they don't connect that dot in here, if that's true. Are my men going to become Stepford husbands? Are we entering the era of the house husband? Yes, the squirrel children have been missing their papas for multiple consecutive years. If you want an answer key to American culture these days, this is the book. It is a bit of a 300+ page obituary for Robert Kardashian, the dad Kardashian, and a reminder that his kids do everything he did not approve of after he died. Essentially, that commandment of like the 10 Commandments in the Christian religion, essentially that commandment about honor thy parents, they have thrown out the window and chose hell instead. It came, yeah, and then my last one of these is, it came to me while I was reading the book, does Priyanka Chopra Jonas want Nick Jonas to be the next O.J. Simpson? Dun dun dun. That was a pretty good one. Okay, page 5. Oh, Wikipedia got brought up in this one for fame purposes, about a long list of famous people from a certain city, San Diego. There's a true notability criteria as if somebody makes the list. It's a pretty specific Wikipedia thing. Okay, page 6. Let's see. The mom Kardashian, Kris Kardashian, there's a emphasis put on looks and appearance. There's a way of this page 6. Page 27. The best friend senior year at Claremont High of the mom, Kris Kardashian. Her best friend, so she tried out for the cheerleading squad and did not make it. And her best friend, her senior year, was a cheerleader. It's like, that's my sister and her friend Lindsay. Wasn't Whitney a cheerleader? So I was like reading this and I was like, whoa. The things I didn't even know about my own family. Or like didn't, like, was like, well, in that it rhymes with, you know, the Kardashian mom. Okay, so that's page 27. Page 51. Panache is a word used in here. When I lived in South Africa, I went to a bar or a club named Panache, and I had never heard the word before that occasion, and that was an occasion on which I was subsequently, my rapist picked me up in the bar and then took me and raped me. So whenever I see that word, P-A-N-A-C-H-E, I'm gonna go, that's a rape term for my life story. I didn't know what that word it was until that occasion. Go to page 51. Page 87. Rebounding from being in, let's see, prison / jail, and somebody in the family gets pardoned, but they think it was a combination of community service and involvement in their church. Okay. Page 117. The mom Kardashian moves into a place by a Marie Callender's pie shop. I have actually been to a Marie Callender's restaurant. I was born in the 1990s. Yes. Good white people food. Okay. Not that it's around anymore. Everybody wants stuff. They don't want representation. That's right. Accurate representation. Okay. Page 119. The mom, Kris, gets in the courtship game of like her and other people. They do a lot of skiing, so they go skiing or to a place to go skiing with their significant other. And one of those places, a girls' trip location, is Switzerland. So you know, if people are out there on the prowl for men, Switzerland and or skiing. Okay. Page 150. Let's see. At least one of the kids of Kris and Robert Kardashian was conceived in Italy. I think they say it was 2. The first 2 babies were conceived in Italy. That's what it says on page 150. I was like, a love-making country. It's got its legacy. It can take credit for like all of the success of everybody. Okay. Page 181. Let's see. She ends up marrying, after Robert Kardashian, the Kris Kardashian, she ends up marrying an Olympian. They talk a lot. So she had multiple boob jobs, the mom, Kris Kardashian. She like had multiple boob jobs and then lost a bunch of weight and was looking good and got picked up by an Olympian. I was like, is that male American Olympians are into that? I'm not the taste of male American Olympians then. Especially, was he a gold medalist? Okay. I'm all natural. No extensions, no nails. You know, like, yeah, okay. Painted or otherwise. At page 186, Bruce Jenner in the 1970s, so he's an Olympian, possibly a gold medalist or whatever. He was an announcer in Indy 500. Announcer / commentator for car racing, automobile racing. So that's a lot of people are copying Bruce Jenner these days with the male Olympians. Are they really trans? Ooh, okay. Page 187. The author makes an interesting comment about that he, so it's the author is a he. He claims that a man getting down on one knee during a marriage proposal consequence of fairy is equal to a fairy tale marriage proposal. I was like, have not heard that one before in my life. Page 205. Oh, the mom Kardashian immediately, she met O.J. Simpson once and he like prodded her for the phone or something like that. And so when they found out that O.J. Simpson, this woman had been murdered, she was like, I knew it. And she had only one interaction with this guy and she was like, I just knew it. I was like, that's because your fake boobs, certain hairstyle, certain lifestyle, and the other person was a natural beauty and you're just jealous of her. Did she bait O.J. Simpson? Should she have done the jail time instead of O.J. Simpson? If she baited him? Okay. Page 238. Robert Kardashian, the dad Kardashian, had a romantic relationship with Priscilla Presley after she broke up with Elvis. And when he was dying, so when he was on his deathbed, Priscilla Presley even called and said that she still loved him. So essentially, Priscilla Presley has two soulmates, Elvis Presley and Robert Kardashian, the dad Kardashian. And so that's 238. When he died, Robert Kardashian, somebody else brought this up, Katie Arnold in Running Home, brought up the weight of her dad when he was dying. And that book, the dad was 180 pounds. And this book, Robert Kardashian, was 100 pounds less. Whoa. I'm like, now that's illness. Like, to be that, like 80, that's it. Okay. Page 248. Kim Kardashian, her sex tape, Kim Kardashian Superstar, made her over $1 million. They said at least, 5 times of that. Should that money really go to Kevin Hart and the cast of Soul Plane? That seems just really screwed up that she made money off of that and Soul Plane got robbed. Okay. Page 257. The author says they have no talent except for one, the Kardashian family. And specifically the women. Self-promotion is their #1 talent. And I'm like, yeah. That's a pretty good thing to point out. Okay. Page 285. The Kardashian mom, Kris Kardashian, says that because Donald Trump got elected, she could too. You know what? I want a president like me who has the instead of that, how about a president with, like me, in their has experience in their 30s of being on Medicaid? There we go. They don't have to be in their 30s. They just have to have that experience that I do have. So it's right. So they could be older. Okay. Page 307 to 308. Robert George Kardashian. That's the dad's name. In conclusion, is marked full book number 58 for me for the 2024 year. Honestly, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I learned a lot, partially because I have not followed the people. Yeah, there we go. So those are my notes from my November 2024 reading of a 2017 biography of members of the Kardashians.